Hope you can see the recordings. There is no issue with the recordings now. You can download and you can watch the video recordings and prepare your notes in your understandable way. Prepare your notes in your understandable way. Okay. I'll give you one document where you can see question and answers. Okay. It covers all the topics. Okay. Topic wise, you can have the questions and answers is there. Okay. In last class, what we have learned. Can someone help me what we have discussed in yesterday's class?
We have created a
Yesterday I have given some task to perform, right?
yes,
DMGR profile you have created.
Okay. So no, I said to send out a screenshot in the group. I have requested everyone to send out a screenshot. So once you created the profiles, no worries.
Oh,
Try to do it today at least. I'll review all the messages and I'll get conclusion that who has all performing the practice, who are all practicing the sessions, practicing the installations and they're following the classes. Okay. See, in yesterday's class, what we are all discussed about creation of
report number.
DMGR profile. And as of now, we have discussed creation of application server profiles, server profile, right? So we have discussed what we will get it while creation while when we create DMGR profile and when we create application server profile, correct? See, and we have seen the difference between application server profile and DMGR profile. Okay. So can someone explain me at least one or two differences between application server profile and DMGR profile?
in application
Anyone
server
of? Yes.
in application server profile, one default server get we will get. In DMGR profile, we will not get default server, and in DMGR we can create our own custom number of n number of servers.
No, 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 no. As of now, no.
As of now, no. Just I'm saying about DMGR.
See,
If
what?
we do federation, then we'll do that.
No, don't go beyond the concept which I haven't explained. No worry. Okay, good, good. Uh, okay. So see, when you create your application server profile, you will get admin console. You will get one server called server one, and you will get cell. You will get node, and you will get supporting configuration files. And when you create DMGR profile, you will get admin console. You will get one server called DMGR server, and you will get cell. You will get node and supporting files. Here, the major difference which we observed is when you create application server profile, you will get one server called server one. That server one you can see in your admin console under servers, WebSphere application server types, correct? But when you go to the DMGR admin console, there you will not see any server. If you want to see the DMGR server, you have to go to system administration. Under that, you have an option called deployment manager. There you can see the server name called DMGR. Here, the purpose of the DMGR server is to achieve single point of administration. And this server is used for only administrative purpose. But when it comes to the application server profile, you can deploy the applications on that server and you can access that application. And in DMGR console, you can see some difference that there is an option. You can see start, stop, terminate, delete, immediate stop, but you can see, but you can't see the same options in the admin console of your application server. These are the basic difference which you have observed till now. Okay, so these are the basic difference. In most of the interviews, they will ask you to explain what is application server profile and DMGR profile. Even in last my interview also, they have asked you the same question. And they have asked one question: what is the purpose of federation? If you're not doing the federation, what will happen? That we are going to see now. So on today's agenda, we are going to learn federation concept. So what is federation? Okay, we are going to see what is federation. Use of federation. Okay, and we will see what is meant by node agent. Okay, we'll see what is meant by node agent, and we'll see some theoretical points also in today's class. We will see that. See, first, what is federation? What is federation? What is the use of this federation? I'll show you. I'll give you some theoretical. Then we'll see practical. See, if you perform federation, you can establish communication between your DMGR profile and application server profile. As of now, as of today, okay, if you this is your web sphere, correct? You have created application server profile and you have created DMGR profile. See, this will not speak with each other. This is an isolated profile and this is an isolated profile. If you want to establish communication between these two profiles which you have created, okay, you need to do the federation. Okay, if you want to establish communication, you need to federate. You need to federate. Okay, so you need to do the federation to establish communication between these two profiles. How we will do that we will see, and I'll give you the high level details now. Then we will go on to the deep dive. Okay, so when you are doing the federation, one process will get created, one service will get created. Like how you have server one server, right? There is a server one which you are naming it as a server, correct? Like the same way, one process will get generated. That process is we are calling it as a node agent. Node agent. There is one process will get created. That process name is called as node agent. Okay. This is also a server. Okay. Node agent also is a server, but this job is something different. The job of this node agent is something different than your server one. See, server one also we are calling it as a server, but this node agent we are calling it as a server, or you can call it as a process. Better you can call it as a process. But this also you need to start. If you start this node agent also, you will get one process created. Almost same process will be the same, but the purpose of this node agent is different, and the purpose of this server one which comes under this will be different. Okay, So you have to remember. See, when you are doing the federation, a process called node agent will get created, and this node agent is used to establish communication between this application server profile and the DMGR profile. Okay, and how this communication will happen internally means by using SOAP connector port number. Okay, so as I explained in maybe tomorrow, yesterday's class or day before class, that SOAP connector port number I'll speak you a little bit later. So that's what I'm trying to say now. The SOAP, with the help of the SOAP connector port number, this node agent communication will get established. Okay, so now coming to more deep dive. So what is meant by federation? How I can define federation? And what is the definition? Means a federation is a process. It is one process. What it is going to do? Adding application server profile node. See, for this you will have one node, right? Okay, this will have one dedicated node. Okay, this will have one dedicated cell. Like the same way for DMGR profile, you have dedicated cell. For this DMGR profile, you have dedicated node. This is the structure, basic structure, right? For the profile basic structure, this is not. See, federation is a process of adding this application server profile node to the DMGR cell. Okay. So what is meant by federation? Federation is a process of adding this application server profile node to the DMGR cell. So once you added this to here, okay, you can see all the configurations available in this node under this profile. So once you added the federation, once you perform the federation with the help of your DMGR console, you can start and stop this server. You can do whatever the action. If you want to perform any action on this node, you can perform by using DMGR console. See, try to understand theory first. Okay, I'll show you practically. Okay, we'll see practically, but try to understand theoretical concept. Okay, so I'm repeating again. A federation is a process of adding your application server profile node to the DMGR cell. Node to the cell. Why? Because under cell you will have different nodes. What is meant by cell? Cell is a logical group of nodes or collection of server, logic collection of nodes, correct? And what is meant by node? Node is a collection of servers. So in the higher way, higher way, in the upper side, your cell will be there. Under that cell, you will have different branches. These branches is nothing but your nodes. Okay, and at the time of create, at the time of doing federation, as I mentioned, a process called node agent will get created. When it will get created, when you are doing the federation only, a process called node agent will get created. And what this will do, it will establish communication between the federated node. This I'm calling now it as a federated node and the DMGR. Federated node and the DMGR cell. Understood? Up to this understood? Any doubts? Concept you have to understood the concept. Then we will see practical. Then you will become very strong. If you know the concept, then if you know the practical, we'll see practically. Okay, no worries. See, I'm repeating again. A federation is a process of adding your application server profile node to the DMGR cell, to the DMGR cell. Okay, and at the time of federation, one process will get generated or created. That process is called as node agent, and this node agent will be used to establish communication between your federated node and the DMGR cell. Even by seeing this diagram, you can understood what I am trying to say. This will give you the clear picture. The communication will be in both sides. And after federation, what you can see, this DMGR cell, you can see it here, and this node, you can see it here in these paths. Okay. So once you have federated successfully, what will happen? See, under this server, under this profile, you will get one admin console, right? You'll have this one admin console. For DMGR, you will have admin console, right? So what will happen? This admin console will get disabled once you federated with DMGR. This admin console will get disabled. So now you can access only this DMGR admin console. In this console, you can see all the configurations available under this node. If you can see this server one in this console. See, now like before federation, for each and every profile will have its own admin console where all the configurations belong to that profile will be reflecting in your admin console, correct? Now after federation, what will happen? Your admin console which belongs to your application server profile will get disabled, and all the configurations are available under that profile will be shown in this DMGR admin console. That you will see practically. So that's why yesterday I have shown you. That's why I have shown you by navigating the server types. I have selected an option called WebSphere application server. There in application server profile, we can see server one, and in DMGR console, we can see blank. There is nothing. And in DMGR console, then there is an option called new. That option were not enabled. So once you have federated, what will happen? It will allow you to create your own servers. Once you have federated, you can create your own servers. And this is the main reason. This is the main reason why we are. This is the main reason why we are doing federation. If you do the federation between your application server profile and your DMGR profile, it will allow you to create your own servers. If you didn't federate, what will happen? Application server profiles will not allow you to create your own servers. You will get only one server called server one. Okay. And now the purpose, you just see the purpose of the DMGR. The purpose of the DMGR profile, as I said, is to achieve single point of administration. Why I'm saying single point of administration? Now, as of now, you have only one profile. You can federate your multiple profiles with the same DMGR. Create one more profile, application server profile, and federate to this DMGR. Like that, you can create your n number of application servers and you can federate it. If you have 5 application server profiles and if you have only one DMGR, you can federate these 5 application server profile nodes to the DMGR cell. Okay, and with the help of the single DMGR console, you can operate this all 5 application server profiles. So that's why we are saying that the purpose of the DMGR, that means deployment manager profile, is to achieve single point of administration. In a single place, in a single admin console place, you are doing administration activities on all the profiles, all the 5 application server profiles, correct? That we will see practically. Otherwise, if you don't have the federation option, you will have five application server profiles. You will have 5 consoles. If you want to deploy the application, you have to log into the 5 application admin consoles and you have to deploy the application. If you want to stop the server, you have to log into the 5 consoles and you have to stop the servers. You are doing the same job on the same job on 5 admin consoles, which is very difficult and it is a time consuming process. So now with this federation concept, you can stop and start the services on all 5 application server profile in a single console. You can save the time in the production environment. If you have the change window, you have to complete in the change window all your tasks. So you can't take much time. So all the production activities you have to be on time. So time here matters. Okay. So we'll see some more points were there. So that we will see practically. Okay, there are 2-3 points which I am going to cover, which is related to the federation concept after application deployment. Okay, I'll show you practically at the time. So now you are not aware about the application, so you will get confused. So once I have explained the application deployment concept, then I'll give you those points. At the time you will easily understand the concept. Okay. So any questions on up to now on this federation and the process and the theory part, you just ask me. Okay. Or if not, we will do the practical session. We'll move on to the practical session. How we are going to do the federation. What is the commands you are going to use, and what is the syntax you need to use, and what is the arguments you need to pass, and what is the process, and how it will do, and what backups it will take. Everything we'll see it. Okay. No questions. Shall I move on? Okay,
Yeah, you
fine.
can.
Okay, great. See what I'll do now. Okay, I'll go to the installation path. Before that, I'll try to stop my Java process. There are so many processes were running. Okay, so no Java processes were running. What I'll try to do now. First, I'll try to start my DMGR. Before doing the federation, I'll try to show the difference. Okay, pre and post. Pre what we can observe, and post federation what we are going to observe. Okay, so that we'll see. Let me start. Okay, see, my DMGR has been started. So, so both seems to be okay. Application server also started. See, my application server profile, the port is 9068. So I have tried to access this. So let me log in. You can give any user ID. If no need to specify any user ID also, it will allow you to log in. Expand servers, expand server types. Click on WebSphere application servers. Okay. So sorry, this 9068 port belongs to the DMGR profile. Okay, you can see here the profile details, which profile you are logged in, you can get the details. And here you can see the new option. If I click on the new option, it is not allowing to do anything. And you can see the tabs here. Okay, we will see this one later on, but you just look what are the options were available in the DMGR console. And this is 9060 port, which belongs to my application server profile. I'm logging it. I'm logging into this. Same, I'm going to the server types, WebSphere application server. See here, I can see one server called server one. So this server one belongs to which profile? Application server 01 profile. As and see the node name. And see the node name. This node 12 name belongs to this profile. See, once we have federated all the existing configuration under this application server profile will be visible here. You can see the server one here. And you can see server one here, and you can see the node name. You can see the node name which belongs to here. Here, this node name, you can see it here. And host name, version, cluster name, status, cluster name. Now it will not, you cannot see this. Okay, and status you can see. So for that, what you need to do, you have to run some command as part of federation. So what are those commands and where we need to run this command? Please concentrate. See, as I mentioned, you are adding application server profile node to the DMGR cell, correct? So you are adding this to here. So that means you have to go to this path and you have to run the command. So where you need to run the command, you need to run the command under application server profile bin path. You have to go to application server profile bin, go to the WebSphere application server profiles, application server 01, go to the bin, copy this path and open in terminal. I already opened it, right? So, okay, now I am in which path? I am in profile home. Which profile home? Application server profile home bin path. Okay, in this bin, you can see one bat file called add node.bat. Add in small letter, n is in caps, and other are in small letters. Add node.bat. So federation will define like addition of the node to the DMGR cell, right? So that's why the naming conversion has been given in a similar way, that add node.bat command. And you have to give space and you have to specify your DMGR server name or your DMGR server IP. That means in my current environment, in my current architecture, my DMGR has been created on my own laptop, right? On my own laptop, my DMGR is available. So that's why I'll specify it as a local host. Okay, I'm specifying it as a local host. So that means that here you need to, as per the syntax, okay. As per the syntax, you need to give host name or IP address of the DMGR. So if your DMGR has been created on the other server, that server name or that server IP address you have to specify. And next you have to give the space and you have to specify the SOAP connector port number. SOAP connector port number of your DMGR profile. Okay, you have to give the SOAP connector port number of the DMGR profile. And if you want to include any applications, for example, in this application server profile, if you have installed any applications, if you want to come these applications to this DMGR, then if it is also need to be migrated, that means your application also migrated in the DMGR. As part of the federation, you have to use include apps. Include apps. So this is the syntax. This is the syntax to perform the federation. Okay. This is the syntax to perform the federation. So I'll give you the syntax for the chart at least. Okay. So I'm giving localhost. So now I need to get the port number. I need to get the port number of my DMGR SOAP counter port number of my DMGR profile. So for that, I'm going to the DMGR profile. Okay. So this time I'll not go to the logs. I'll not show this profile, this about this profile. I'll go to the config directory. I'll check it in server index.xml file. I'll go to the cells, cell name, nodes, node name. There I can see server index.xml file. I'll open this file. I'll open this file. Here I'll see the SOAP connector address. I'll see the tag called SOAP connector address and the port number is 8905. I'll use it here 8905. So I'll use include apps. If you didn't use also no worry. If you include also no worry. So click on enter. Before I'm giving the enter, I'll try to show the current structure, current folder structure. See under DM. See now currently I'm under DMGR config cells. I can see only one cell name here. Now in application server config cells also I can see only one cell name. Go inside this, click on nodes. I can see only one node on my application server 01 profile. At the same time, I'll check for the DMGR also, path also. Under DMGR also, I can see only one node name. So for both, I can see only one node name, and this node name will be unique node name for this profile, and this node name will be unique name for this profile. Okay, so what will happen after federation? You can see two nodes here. You can see this node as well as DMGR node. In DMGR profile, you can see DMGR node and application server profile node. In application server profile, you can see application server profile node and DMGR profile node. Okay. So as I said, we are adding the profile, adding the node to the DMGR cell, right? So to get the communication established, both the places, okay, it will get exchanged. So that means this file will be available over there, that file will be available over here. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll run this command. Once I'll run this command, please observe what it is going to do here. So whatever the activity it is going to do, it will write it here. See, it is starting the tool with application server profile. So we'll see it will perform some step by steps, and it will return here, and we'll understand what it is going to do. See, as of now, I have started both these profiles, right? I have started application server profile. I have started a DMGR profile. Okay, it will try to stop it. I believe it will stop, and then it will do the federation. We'll see. First, it will try to connect to this DMGR. So with this port, if it is connected with DMGR, then only federation process will begin. See here, begin the federation of the node with the deployment manager. So once it is trying to begin the federation, and it is given a message like successfully connected to the DMGR. So where in this local host with this port DMGR is running. If your DMGR is in down, then you can't do the federation. To perform the federation, you have to ensure that your DMGR should be in running state. Okay, your DMGR should be in running state. Okay, now once it is connected to the DMGR, as I said, the servers which are running on your application server profile has to be in the down state. If it is in up and running, this this process will stop that service. Okay, this server one, what it will do, it will stop the this server one will get stopped. Once it is stopped, then only the federation process will begin. Why? Because you are adding application server profile node to the DMGR cell, correct? So you are adding application server profile details. So that's why all the services which are running on that profile should be in down state. Okay, so I'll give one example. If you have opened any Excel file, if you have opened any Excel file and without closing that file, you can't rename that file. If you try to rename also, it will throw an error. It will ask you to retry. Until and unless you have stopped that, it will not allow you to rename. Why? Because the resources were used somewhere. That resources, that means that Excel resources were getting used. So that's why it is not allowing to do the other activity or other action on that file. So in the similar way, when you were when you were running, when your server is running, when you try to copy the files, some files will not get copied until and unless the process should be in down state. So that's why it is this command itself will stop that services, and then it will try to copy the node to the cell. Which cell? DMGR cell. The first point, before starting the federation, what it will do, it will check this command. It will check the host name or IP address, and it will check that SOAP connector port. If your DMGR details were correct, and if your DMGR is running, it will connect to the DMGR, and it will give the message if it is successfully connected. Then it will check the existing servers. It will check the existing servers, and it will check the status of the server. If it is running, it will stop the server. It will stop the server, and then what it will do? It will delete the backups, old backups. If there is any old backup, it will delete the old backup, and it will create the new backup. Okay, as I said, it will delete. It is given like deleting the old backup, and then it will take the new backup. It will take the new backups, and then it will create the node agent. Okay, so see here, I got a message. Okay, click on allow access. So it now it will start creating the node agent. Once your node agent has been created, then this node will be added to the DMGR cell. After that, it will do the synchronization. Synchronization is nothing but, I'll explain you this concept, no worry. But as to understand at this point of time, synchronization is nothing but making both the profiles in sync. Synchronize is a process to sync both the nodes, to sync both the profiles, application server profile and DMGR profile. So that process is called synchronization. We will see how many types you can sync also in future. No worry, in upcoming classes, maybe tomorrow. See now, as I said, it has been created, and it is starting the node agent. It will create the node agent. Once node agent has been created, it will start the node agent. So that's why for that node agent, one process ID will get created if it started. Okay, then it is reading the configuration. Again, it is reading the configuration. Now see, now server name, one more server has been added. That is called as node agent. I said right, node agent is also nothing but a server. For that, if you start, you will get on process ID. Okay, and you can see the server one also. See the configurations has been done. Then final, I got an update that synchronization, everything is done. Now I can see node desktop node 12 has been successfully federated. That means this node has successfully federated to the cell. So with this message, it indicates that the federation has been successfully completed. Now you can refresh, you can go back to the DMGR config cell name nodes. You can see two nodes here. You can see the application server profile config cells. Go inside that, go inside nodes. You can see two nodes. For both the profiles, you can see two nodes. Okay, now this console belongs to DMGR console, correct? And we have opened one more console called application server profile console. You just refresh this console. This application server profile console will get disabled, as I mentioned, post federation. So once you have federated, your application server profile console will get disabled, and you can't access that profile console, and all the configurations available under this profile will get migrated here. And you can see the DMGR profile console. If I refresh it, you can see this option will be enabled, and you can see one server called server one. Let me refresh. See, I'll go to the servers. See, let me log out. See here, once I logged out and logged in, I can see here there is a new option. I can see server one has been migrated. I can see server one here. See the console here, which profile console, DMGR profile console, and you can see the node name. See, this node name belongs to application server profile. If you can create 5 profile, you will have 5 node names. Node name only will define which profile that server belongs to. always ensure or remember your node name. So node name will only indicates which profile this server belongs to. Okay, see this server, all the configurations still exist in the application server. If you want to start this one, you can start this with this console, or if you want to start this by using command line, you have to go to the application server bin. There only you have to give the start command. There is no change in that. But as a add-on, you can have one more option to start and stop the server from your DMGR console. See here, it is in down state. It red indicates down state. You can click on start. It will get started here. It will get started. It will come green. If you want to see the status, you can go and see the status by using command line. You can go and see here server status hyphen all. Once let it wait till this was up. We'll see. We'll see the status. Okay, see now it is showing that desktop node 12 slash server 1 server started successfully, and you can see the status here. If you click on that, it will show started. If it is indicates green, that is started, red indicates down. Okay, now you can see the status also. You can stop it from here by using stop server.bat hyphen server 1 is the same, and here also select it and click on stop is the same. Okay, both are same. You can do from here, you can do from here, everything is same. So as I mentioned, you will get single admin console. With this single admin console, you can manage your multiple application server profiles. In tomorrow, we will create one more application server profile, and we can federate with the same DMGR, and we can see the changes. Okay, and we'll create our new servers in tomorrow's class on each profile, and we will see that how we can create it. See before you can see only one server called server 1 in this profile. Now, as I said, node agent will get created, right? While at the time of federation, this node agent, where it get created, it is getting created in the application server 1 profile. Okay, this node agent will get getting created in this profile. If you federated 5 application server profile, you will get 5 node agents. Different 5 node agent, where you can see the node agent. For that, you can go to the system administration, click on node agents. You can see the node agent status here. If you want to stop, you can stop it here by clicking the node agent. If you want to restart, you can restart. Okay, and if you want to start from here, there is no option. If it is in down state, you can't start. You can start by using command line only. That I'll show you the command. At this point of time, you can see the node agent is started, and application server 1 is started. So both were in running state. So that's why even you can see the node agent status is showing as green, and your server 1 status is showing as green. And now you need to know the command to start and stop the node agent. Start node.bat is the command used to start your node agent, and stop node.bat is used to stop your node agent. Okay, so from daily we will see these commands from today onwards. Okay, first we'll start with the DMGR, then we'll start the node agent, then we'll start the servers. This is the process which we need to follow every day. That you can see every day when we start class, when we are going to start the class, first I'll start the DMGR, then I'll start the node agent, then I'll start the servers, then we will do the other configurations. Okay, guys, any questions, raise it to me. If all good, we'll connect tomorrow, and And then few guys having some problems with the timings. They're asking to adjust the timings half an hour or 1 hour plus or minus. So guys, if I maybe tomorrow tomorrow we can start at 6 p.m. every day. Is it fine for all? 6 to 7. Any challenges to anyone? Or 7:30 to 8:30? Any timings you can suggest? Durga, Mahesh, Swapna, Sharath, Ramesh, Raja.
Yeah, Gautam, 6 to 7 is okay, not an
Uh,
issue.
Is there any possible to before 6 o'clock?
6,
Before 6,
before 6 means any suggestions? Like see,
like
you
5 to
you can
6 or
open up. Huh? 5
5
to
to 6
6.
or 4 to 5.
Okay, anyhow, my 4 to 5 batch will gonna end tomorrow. I don't have any problem. Even I am very much good with 4 to 5.
Yeah, between 4 to 6 we have to decide.
I'm comfortable same time, 7 to 8.
Who is this? Sharath?
Yeah,
Gautam, sorry, I can't able to because I have shift. My shift will be completed on 4 o'clock. So better
Okay.
6 to
Yeah,
6 to 7.
everyone can be your opinion. Based on
See,
that, you
that's
have
why
to decide.
Sharath is not comfortable. Sharath, 6 to 7 is comfortable for you?
yeah, okay, Gautam.
6 to 7, okay. What Ramesh for you? 6 to 7?
7,
Ramesh,
it's not.
What Ramesh?
Mahesh, Gautam, Mahesh, 6 to 7 is okay for me.
Okay. Why the problem is not two guys are having the same who is working in real time. They're having problem for that. 7 to 8 they have a stand up call.
Okay.
So they have to give the stand up call. They have to give the update, right? So their managers everyone will join. So they can't join at that time. So that is a problem. If 6 to 7, if everyone is okay, we'll see. Okay, guys, call me one on one
Yeah,
if you're having any problem. Okay, let us decide sometime. Okay. Okay,
okay,
guys.
Gautam.
Thanks for joining. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Bye.
Thanks, Gautam. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you,
Okay,
Gautam.
good. Bye.